Some big news coming out of the aerospace industry earlier this morning. The FAA approving Boeing's 737 MAX jet to fly again, this coming after a 20-month grounding following those crashes back in late 2018 and then in March of 2019. Southwest just in the last couple of minutes saying that they expect to fly their 737 MAXs by the second quarter of 2021. Yahoo Finance's Alexis Keenan joins us now with the latest on this news. And Alexis, certainly a day that Boeing officials were long waiting for, perhaps a year or more longer than they expected. I guess what does this kind of mean for getting that jet actually in the air, considering the state of the airline industry and also, I think, rightly consumer concerns about getting back on this plane?
Absolutely, Miles. And those are all part of a really complex set of facts that Boeing is going to have to work with. The airline industry obviously taking huge hits, travel industry altogether. Now, what this FAA rescinding of their order means today is that they're really authorizing the 737 MAX to resume those passenger flights. It also opens up Boeing's ability to deliver planes that are on order and still in their possession. Now, essentially, this order says the planes are safe to fly again, pending a few things that they are asking Boeing to still complete. First, it must install that new software on all of the aircraft. And also, pilot training is a big deal here, and that does take a lot of time. Pilots might need to get into simulators. Boeing has recommended that. That's a longer path than a pilot simply looking at perhaps a computer program to learn how to refly this plane. Also, they're going to have to fix a wiring issue that was separate from the problems that brought down those planes. And also, they're going to have to do kind of a de-preserving of the aircraft because they've been sitting there idle for so long, whether they're in Boeing's possessions or whether they're in the possession already of some of the airlines. Now, right now, Boeing has an oversupply of those planes, and recently they have said that even hundreds of its remaining about 4,000 aircraft that are on order are in jeopardy. About 10% of the buyers in 2020 alone canceled their aircraft orders for the MAX. Now, for Boeing's part and its CEO, David Calhoun, of course, who was not CEO at the time that these planes went down, he said this: "We will never forget the 346 victims." He also said that the company will honor them by holding close the hard lessons learned from this chapter in its history. He said some of those things that they're going to be implementing to do that include new safety practices at the company and also cultural changes within the corporation. Though that's not, of course, enough for some of the families of the victims. We heard earlier from Ralph Nader, who put out a written statement. His niece was killed on that Ethiopian air crash, and he said that it was really a warning to Boeing, saying that, look, if there's anything left to disclose about your decisions with regard to building and putting these planes up in the air, that it will come out. Miles?
All right, certainly a significant day for Boeing, but as you outlined, Alexis, the beginning of a long process to get this plane back to where they had expected it to be back when they announced it several years ago. All right, Yahoo Finance's Alexis Keenan with that.